The baseball world was stunned when shocking news emerged from last night's game between the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. Shohei Ohtani's spectacular 21st home run of the season, which had sent fans into a frenzy, was suddenly under review. The reason was an official allegation filed by the Arizona Diamondbacks, claiming there was something irregular about the historic hit. What started as a celebration quickly turned into one of the most controversial moments of the season. MLB officials were forced to step in, and after hours of intense investigation, they released results that nobody saw coming. Was Ohtani's home run legitimate? What did the Diamondbacks claim they discovered? And most importantly, what did MLB's final ruling reveal? When the starting lineup was announced for yesterday's game at Dodger Stadium, nobody expected that this would become one of the most talked-about games of the entire season. Shohei Ohtani was in his usual spot in the batting order, and fans were eagerly anticipating another display of his extraordinary talent. The atmosphere in the stadium was electric, as it always is when the Japanese superstar steps up to the plate. In the bottom of the sixth inning, with the Dodgers trailing by 2 runs, Ohtani approached home plate with his characteristic calm demeanor. The Diamondbacks pitcher delivered a fastball on the outer edge of the strike zone, and what happened next seemed to defy physics. Ohtani's bat connected with the ball, producing a sound that echoed throughout the stadium. The ball soared high into the night sky, traveling further and further until it cleared the center field wall by a significant margin. The crowd erupted in celebration as Ohtani rounded the bases, and his teammates poured out of the dugout to congratulate him on his 21st home run of the season. However, what should have been a moment of pure celebration quickly took an unexpected turn. According to eyewitnesses in the Diamondbacks dugout, manager Torey Lovullo was seen having an intense conversation with his coaching staff immediately after the home run. Several Arizona players were pointing toward the field and gesturing animatedly. Something had caught their attention, and they weren't willing to let it go without further investigation. Within minutes of Ohtani crossing home plate, the Diamondbacks filed an official protest with the umpiring crew. The stadium announcer informed the confused crowd that the game was being temporarily delayed pending a review. Fans who had been celebrating moments earlier now sat in stunned silence, wondering what could possibly be wrong with what appeared to be a legitimate home run. Manager Dave Roberts was immediately called to meet with the umpires at home plate. According to sources close to the Dodgers dugout, Roberts appeared completely blindsided by the Diamondbacks' allegation. He was seen shaking his head in disbelief as the umpires explained the nature of Arizona's complaint. When Roberts returned to the dugout, his players gathered around him, trying to understand what was happening. Mookie Betts later revealed that nobody on the Dodgers had any idea what the Diamondbacks were claiming. The Diamondbacks' allegation centered on a very specific and highly technical aspect of the game. According to their official complaint, which was later made public, Arizona's coaching staff claimed that Ohtani's bat had been doctored or modified in a way that violated MLB regulations. They specifically pointed to the possibility that the bat contained illegal substances or had been altered to enhance performance beyond what is permitted under league rules. This was an incredibly serious accusation. If proven true, it wouldn't just result in the home run being nullified, it could lead to suspension, fines, and a permanent stain on Ohtani's otherwise pristine reputation. The Diamondbacks presented what they claimed was video evidence showing irregularities in how the bat responded upon contact with the ball. Their hitting coach alleged that the sound and trajectory of the ball were inconsistent with a regulation bat. As news of the allegation spread beyond the stadium, social media exploded with reactions. Fans were divided, some defended Ohtani's integrity without question, while others demanded a thorough investigation. Baseball analysts began breaking down slow-motion replays of the home run, looking for any signs that might support or refute the Diamondbacks' claims. The hashtag Ohtani home run controversy began trending within minutes. MLB officials acted swiftly. They immediately confiscated Ohtani's bat and sent it to their authentication and equipment verification laboratory. The umpiring crew announced that the game would continue under protest, meaning the home run would temporarily count, but the final result would be subject to change pending the investigation's outcome. This meant that every pitch, every play, and every decision that followed would be played under a cloud of uncertainty. Freddie Freeman, speaking to reporters after the game, admitted that the entire situation felt surreal. "We've seen a lot of things in baseball, but this is something completely different," Freeman said. Shohei is one of the most honest and respectful players in the game. The idea that he would do something to cheat is just impossible to believe. But we understand that the process has to play out. For the next several hours, MLB officials worked tirelessly to examine every aspect of Ohtani's bat. They conducted multiple tests, including weight verification, density scans, and chemical analysis to detect any foreign substances. They compared the bat specifications against the exact model that had been registered with the league at the beginning of the season. Every measurement was documented, and every test result was recorded with precision. According to sources within MLB's Equipment Verification Department, the investigation was one of the most thorough they had ever conducted. The stakes were simply too high to leave any stone unturned. If they cleared the bat too quickly, they would face accusations of favoritism toward one of the league's biggest stars. If they took too long, they would be criticized for turning a routine home run into an unnecessary spectacle. Meanwhile, Shohei Ohtani himself remained remarkably composed throughout the ordeal. In a brief statement released through the Dodgers Media Relations Department, Ohtani expressed confidence that the investigation would clear his name. "I have always played this game with respect and integrity," the statement read. "I know that my equipment is completely regulation, and I trust that MLB's investigation will confirm this. I look forward to putting this matter behind us and focusing on helping my team win games." The baseball world waited anxiously for MLB's official announcement. Experts weighed in with their opinions, former players shared their experiences with equipment controversies, and fans debated endlessly about what the outcome would be. Some pointed out that the Diamondbacks had every right to file a protest if they genuinely believed something was amiss. Others accused Arizona of using gamesmanship and trying to get into Ohtani's head before upcoming games. Finally, after what felt like an eternity but was actually just over 8 hours, MLB released their official findings. The announcement came through a formal press release issued by the Commissioner's office, and it was also shared simultaneously across all major sports media platforms. The results were definitive and left no room for interpretation. According to MLB's statement, Shohei Ohtani's bat had been subjected to comprehensive testing using the most advanced equipment verification technology available. Every test came back negative for any irregularities. The bat's weight, dimensions, and material composition were all within the exact specifications required by league regulations. No foreign substances were detected. No modifications had been made. The bat was, in every measurable way, completely legal and regulation compliant. The bombshell, however, came in the second part of MLB's announcement. While the bat itself was cleared, the investigation had revealed something unexpected. According to MLB officials, the Diamondbacks' video evidence had been misinterpreted. What Arizona's coaching staff had identified as irregularities in the bat's performance were actually the result of optimal contact between bat and ball, something that happens when a generational talent like Ohtani executes a perfect swing. Furthermore, MLB's statement included a subtle but pointed criticism of the Diamondbacks' decision to file the allegation. The league noted that while teams have every right to file protests, frivolous challenges that lack substantive evidence can undermine the integrity of the game and create unnecessary distractions. Although they stopped short of issuing a fine or penalty, the message was clear: the Diamondbacks' allegation had been baseless. The ruling was final and official. Shohei Ohtani's 21st home run of the season would stand. The record books would remain unchanged, and the game's final score would be validated without alteration. Dave Roberts addressed the media immediately after MLB's announcement. "We never had any doubt about Shohei's integrity," Roberts said with visible relief. "This entire situation was unfortunate, but I'm glad that MLB conducted a thorough investigation. Now everyone can see what we already knew, that Shohei plays the game the right way, always has, and always will." Mookie Betts revealed that when the news reached the clubhouse, there was a collective sigh of relief followed by celebration. "We knew it was going to be cleared," Betts said with a smile. "But it still feels good to have it officially confirmed." Shohei deserves better than to have his accomplishments questioned without evidence. Now we can move forward and focus on what really matters, winning ball games. As for the Diamondbacks, manager Torey Lovullo issued a brief statement acknowledging MLB's findings. "We respect the league's decision and the thoroughness of their investigation," Lovullo said. "We were acting on what we believed was legitimate concern, but we accept the results and consider the matter closed." Thank you for watching. What do you think about this controversial moment? Was the Diamondbacks' allegation justified, or was it an unnecessary distraction? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Subscribe to our channel for more interesting and up-to-date information about baseball's biggest stories.